need some lip gloss. What up, y'all? What it do? Welcome back to the wheat field, y'all. Welcome to you. We are going to bring a quick lunch break message. Um, yeah. We we feel some low energy, like the energy of concern. And the spirit says to counteract this energy of concern with calmness, right? We too are experiencing some things that kind of give us a sense of like concern, and we've been reminding ourselves to calm our mind, to think positive, to have faith, to know that everything is always okay. So somebody could be in that energy on this day. If you are, I offer you this spiritual conversation. Maybe something in it that resonates for you, beloved. It may help you through this time and navigate these emotions. Oh wow, wow! Hey, Miss Jean, thank you so much for tapping in. Like, look, we was vibing, we was feeling it, right? I'm getting the energy of like I'm hearing Charles Xavier, right? I'm hearing calm your mind. I keep hearing the name Eric, like Magneto, right? It's giving calm your mind. One of the things that I love about Magneto is the fact that he was like he could manipulate metal, right? And it's so much metal, like iron and ore and aluminum and copper and all of these metals that are inside of the earth. So he actually had a way deeper gift of being able to extract what he needed right out of the earth and then be able to manipulate it. Oh, okay. I'm gonna meditate, right? Because I've been thinking about you ever since last night, like how we could do a personal reading for you. I would need like an email address or something to send the link to if I did it like a private read. So let's try to figure out how we can do that. Cause it feels like it was something deeper, and I didn't really want to have all your bids out in the, it just felt personal. You know what I mean? So I just didn't want to do that. But yeah, so somebody's name could be Eric, or Eric could be significant, Charles could be significant. I'm just feeling that statement that he was telling Magneto. So somebody could just even be trying to figure out how to become magnetic. Like our divine empress here, like how do you attract in what you need? How do you use the elements in the plane to alchemize it and recreate your opportunities out of materials from the past? And it's giving us this passage in As a Man Thinks. So it's definitely giving me mind and thought energy, calming down the mind. It's giving us this passage that we read before, but we're going to go through it again. And it's actually on page 21. And 21 has been a number today. I've seen 12 and 21. I caught the time at 12:21. So that's significant. 12:21 breaks down to 3:3, which is 6. Giving and receiving. It could be the divine working on two sides of things, of course, in the physical and in the spiritual, like so some sort of mirroring energy. Divine timing being at play is given like some sort of opportunity is coming in, and if you're concerned about when it's coming, know that when the Most High God delivers it. And sometimes we just have to wait and be patient, but while you're waiting there are actions to take. Some of it could be working on mindset, our thought processes. How do we control our thoughts? Negative thinking. I'm hearing the word calamity, right? Instead of considering a calamity, think about something that's calming, right? It's given an opposing energy. So let's get into the text. It says, thought and character are one, and as character can only manifest and discover itself through environment and circumstance, the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to their inner state. This does not mean that a man's circumstances at any given time are an indication of their entire character, but that those circumstances are so intimately connected with some vital thought element within himself that for the time being they are indispensable to his development. So our thought elements are definitely indispensable to our development, like what we're thinking. And what we're thinking and how we're feeling often manifest in our physical world. And it's kind of like it's giving one hand washing the other, like they go hand in hand. You think something, that energy goes out, it represents itself, and then that creates another thought, and it could create a spiral, right? It's giving a forward momentum effect. It's also giving me like how those experiences come into us and they help us develop our character. So we always talk about how, adversity develops character. You don't know who you are until you go through something hard and you have to make a choice to either be on the positive side of things or the negative side of things, right? Somebody could hurt you and you could sink into the place of hurt people, or you could be like, this person hurt me and I wouldn't do that to another person because I know how it felt, exercising empathy. So it always develops our character when we go through these things. The outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to be harmoniously related to their inner state. So if we have not come to an inner state of feeling whole, complete, calm, knowing that everything is always going to be okay, that we are safe, that we are provided for, everything works out in divine timing, then we're going to sit in a space where like that nervousness and anxiety emanates out, and it brings back in more circumstances and experiences that validate that anxiety, beloved. So it's almost like the time to make the switch, to divert your mindset, your thoughts, and move it towards, I'm getting peace, I'm getting calm. It's giving like a knowingness, like the Omega is with us, like it's been called, it's been decreed, it's going to be done. And in this interim, it's giving work on your mind, like validate that mindset to yourself. Always reminding yourself that you are safe, you are whole, you are complete, nothing's broken and nothing missing. Everything is going to come together in divine timing. So we have some yin yang balance oracle cards coming through, insights. We have unshakable peace. They are wanting to speak from this unshakable inner peace, inner wholeness. We call back the peace, right? We want the whole thing, right? And we see repair, evolution, and growth oracle. So we're going to get into these as well. Thank you to the Most High God, the Alpha and Omega, for being here. Y'all know what it is. It's the Tears and We Tarot show. When you show enough, never know what you're going to get. It can start slow, beloved, like that old school Crisco. We got to get it out the can and into the pan, and the Alpha and Omega come in and turn the heat up. We're going to get to cooking. We know a little bit what? Yeah, look, trauma is definitely one of those things that it gets held in the body, right? And it can be difficult letting it go, right? It's giving death card, it's getting endings, it's getting transformation, it's giving power, right? It's giving, the ability to alchemize it, right? Greetings, greetings, greetings. Thank you to everybody that's tapping in. Self-worth is coming through, high vibration, healing unworthiness, expectations, and values. You are worthy of everything that's coming in towards you. Look, inner child healing. And it could have something to do with the family dynamic, like when you were those foundational years where things were being set, having needs met. It could have been like an anxious environment where there was some sense of uncertainty, like how everything was going to happen. I'm hearing Tupac like, hey, Miss Hillary, thank you so much for tapping in. But I'm hearing Tupac, the part where it say, kind of hoping things go on for the week, because if they didn't, you couldn't take it. And don't blame me, I was given this world, I didn't make it, right? It's like sometimes having that insecurity of how things are gonna work out this week, like how you're gonna make ends meet your obligations, keep food on the table, keep the lights and gas on. It's summertime, so maybe the AC, you know what I mean, maybe got more fans plugged up, because central air just ain't there. It's like it's given uncertainty. And when we grow up, especially as children, in environments that were unstable, it can make you feel nervous when your life is experiencing a sense of instability. Right? It's like always emanating out that nervous energy, and we get back experiences. I'm hearing developing character that says, I can't feel safe. I can't feel calm, right? I can't feel serene or tranquil because I'm always on guard for the next thing. Like, when is the next shoe gonna drop? When is the next circumstance gonna come in? I gotta be ready. I gotta be prepared. And it's giving like nervous energy instead of calm, which attracts the good things. Yeah, karma is coming through, balance. Definitely getting balance, weighing things out, cause and effect. It's definitely cause and effect, right? Because what we emanate, what we think, what we vibrate on in terms of those frequencies is what returns onto us. We're putting out that energy will return. So I'm getting, this is somebody's inflection point. I don't know if y'all seen, like, we posted, I think maybe last week, and I'm not a big fan of, like, I don't deal with people's personal lives and what they do. It's Bishop T.D. Jakes, so however you feel about him personally, or just the church in general. But it was the message. The message that he gave was really, really good. It was about an inflection point. I'm hearing the word report for somebody. I don't know what that's about, but I'm gonna put a pin in it. But it's something about an inflection point. Like, you get to a point in life where something in your thinking, your mind just shifts. Like, it's something that happens that make you change or flip your mindset. And I'm getting this is the point for somebody. Like, you will go from feeling like things are not gonna happen, or nervous about when it's gonna happen, like how you're gonna make it, how you're gonna get all your obligatory needs met, all of those things, how you're gonna meet them, how you're gonna pull things together, and or what's coming, right? You could be anticipating some sort of calamity, and spirit says switch your mindset to anticipating the calm, the peace, the tranquility, the provision coming in just in time, beloved. Is given, like, know that you're going to be okay. That you are in the hands of the Most High God, like you're in the safest place that you could be. Son, yeah, see, it's giving strength, like empowerment. Your heart chakra is giving, opening it up and giving it some rest, right? Compassion, letting the energy of the heart come down, releasing the anxiety. And that anxiety, I'm getting coming down and going back into your solar plexus, sun energy, solar plexus, to transmute it, to change it, beloved. Pushing that down into the kingdom where everything is possible, creativity in your sacral chakra, and knowing, but by the root, that you are rooted, you are grounded, you are safe, you are secure, you're always protected, and you are provided for. That can allow your whole system to come down, and what you put out from that energy is going to come back and reaffirm and validate that very thing. It will return it to you. It's going to release some sort of resistance, right? The resistance that we create. These situations are building character for somebody. And your current situation is not indicative of your entire character, but it's some sort of element of you that's being developed. Autumn. Look, timing. It's a timing card. And in the interim, there's things that they want you to do. It's giving soul growth. I'm seeing starting over, clearing things out. I'm getting that hit me in the kingdom, clearing things out, and I'm getting new intention. They say solar plexus. Like I could feel that leap right here. Look, North Node. Somebody is ascending and moving towards their destiny. Right? That's what it's giving. Fate, evolution, finding your life path, and it's giving karmic challenges and rewards. And we see the first card they pulled was karma, right? It's like the challenges of cause and effect. Our thinking and the way we emanate these, the vibration and what we're feeling, our frequency, causes a lot in our lives. The universe will return that onto you to validate you to yourself. But once we change our internal environment, we start to alchemize this anxiety, like or our negative thinking, right? We try to bring it down and change it. Then what you put out is different, and that moves you forward. It moves you forward. Anything else in here? This one. This one too. Both of them. Anything else in here? Nope. You want to look at it now? No. Okay, see, release. Definitely need to release some things, to purge some things, right? A release. Surrender, emotional release, clearing, and walking away from something, and we're getting self-love, right? I'm getting intentions. What are you intending? Focus on the desires of the heart again, beloved, right? See how it says focus on the desires of the heart? It's backwards, right? But that's what's going on, right? Releasing and focusing on the desires of the heart. I think yesterday when we did the message, the Spirit brought to us the concept of thinking about why do we want certain things, right? The desires of your heart, why are they there? Is it a product of coveting, looking on the outside and wanting that thing that you see? Or is it something that's coming from your internal compass, your internal guide, showing you, giving you the vision, so you see with your spiritual eyes, what are those desires? What has been placed in your heart by the Most High God that drives you towards your destiny, towards your path? And karmic challenges are going to be on the way. Look, self-care. And it's something with energy, right? Self-love and self-care. You want to jump in a storage unit? There was only... I couldn't see all of it. I wish I could see it. I wonder if I could do this so I could read it. La la la. Oh, yeah. You got a front unit. Nice, nice. So what you wanted and what you could see, what you're envisioning is the thing that you were able to bring into you. Look, we see illusions and we see doubts. So it's definitely given like there's an illusion of doubt, right? That's here, right? Like somebody could be doubting, they said that song from Tupac, like keep your head up, ooh child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. That's the song that he sampled for Keep Your Head Up, right? And he was saying you hope things go on for the week because if they didn't, you couldn't take it, right? It's like almost being at that end, like, oh my gosh, please let this come through. Please let us make it because if it don't, I don't know what I'm going to do. It's giving the illusion of doubt. Like you're not cared for, like you're not protected, like you're not provided for. See, it's something with structure and balance, right? Something foundational. Yeah, building. It's giving slow and steady. It's definitely a thing with timing. It's giving building security. Somebody may have been betrayed because that's what's coming out of the box. Betrayal can lead us to a sense of mistrust, like we don't really know who we can trust to help us, who's going to be there for us, who's going to be truthful and honest. Yeah, calm mind. What up, Soul of a Man? Thank you so much. A part of the message also comes from the inspiration of watching your live today when you were mentioning about telling yourself like that everything is gonna be okay, that miracles exist. And the spirit gave it to me even more concretely, like saying that I see miracles on a daily, right? It's given as I look around me, I sit in the evidence of faith. Like this, where I'm at, didn't always be. But it was something that they gave and put on our heart and said that it could be. And therefore, now when I look at it, I realize that it is the evidence of faith, beloved. When I go outside and I sit and ground in the natural world, I see miracles around me everywhere. Like from the trees to the bushes to the grass. I remember the season when winter was here and they were bare. I remember when spring was just coming in and the weather started to break and that little bud started to come out on a tree. And then I remember that day when I stepped out on the porch and all of a sudden they in full bloom. Like when the fuck did it happen? Like overnight seemingly. Right? You go out there and there's little buds on the bush and then the next day you go out there and it's full. Like what the shit? Like it just bloomed overnight. It's a miracle, right? And it's like if we can notice those miracles and we could resonate with that frequency, that miracles, I see them daily all around me, then you know that they are happening. And if it's happening all around you, there's no reason why it wouldn't happen to you. Like for you specifically. Yeah. Passion. Passion ignited. Desire. Live with passion by stepping into what feeds your soul and gives you joy. Sun energy. What gives you joy? When you choose to make room for this in your life, the universe responds by creating opportunities that support your soul's purpose and passion. And that's right along with what we were saying, right? When we sit in that energy being ignited, knowing that these same miracles that I see are also for me, like I receive them, I see them, I have them, right? They are a part of my inheritance. Like I am a beneficiary of all of these miracles that surround me. Your energy and it changes, your frequency changes. You start to emit that joy and that passion for those miracles, and the universe responds by delivering that thing back onto you. It validates that feeling, that version of you to you. Denial and deception. And we saw the illusion of doubt. There is a situation that you are refusing to see clearly. Living in denial can create false scenarios, illusions, and doubt to see things that are not accurate. Have the courage and discernment to dig deep into the truth of the situation. So, could the situation include your denial, your illusions? Somebody is connected to a person or could struggle with some sort of delusion of grandeur. I just heard that. Take it how it resonates. That may not be a you directly. It could be somebody around you, or it could be you. So I don't know. It's given like sometimes we can. Again, why do you have this desire? If you're dreaming of something, and it could be major, it could be big, it could be like to the moon and the stars and the whole thing is given, Madison Square Garden big, like one of the biggest arenas in the country. You could feel it, you could do it, but it's like, is that what your North Node destiny really is? For somebody, it may not, right? You may be called to other places. It could be something else. Like you could be wanting to be this, like, again, selling out arenas as big as Madison Square Garden, but what your soul is calling you to do could be some sort of charity work. It could be like Peace Corps. It could be feeding the homeless. It could be feeding the hungry. It could be something like that. This desire for somebody could be a part of an illusion. It could be something that comes from your past life. Your self note or your past life, you could have been somebody that's supremely famous and incredibly wealthy, but you could have been an asshole at the same time. Which you might not have been a person that really had that charitable type of heart, right? And in this day, you could be transmuting this karma. right? Because karma is the first card. It's cause and effect, and we do carry karma and karmatic debt from one life cycle to the next. So depending on how you were, if you were this person, like again, like I'm talking about fame to no end, but you may not have been a good person in the heart. You might have been stingy. You might have been a hoarder. You could have been a person that looked down upon people who provide service onto you and all kinds of shit. In this life cycle, you could be called to transmute that karmatic debt, where you may still have desires of grandeur, some sort of a delusion of it because you feel the energy from your past life cycle. Your North Node may be something way more humble, like being charitable and giving, like of service to people. Just saying. Everybody ain't gonna want to hear that, but it's the fucking truth, beloved. I'm just saying. Love redefined. Cupid has entered your heart and has awakened you to love and romance, but this time on a different vibration. Having a newfound love for yourself has created a newfound love for yourself. Self-love and self-care is here, right? It says it has opened up an opportunity for a new chapter with the possibility of cultivating healthy relationships. Definitely cultivating healthy relationships. One thing for me, if I'm with a person and I'm on a date and they treat the people that are helping us and providing their service onto us, hospitality, they're being hospitable to us, and this person is a fucking dick to them, I will not fuck with you. Absolutely not. It's definitely some denial here, some deception. I will not. Yeah, old conditioning. It's something from the old conditioning that needs to be released. Somebody's transmuting some karma. It's time to release old conditioning and to step into a new way of being. The old story and past cycles of blame, shame, and guilt need to move out. Take inventory of what no longer resonates and what isn't your burden to carry. Unload what has been weighing you down. Unload what? This karma that you're transmuting, the things that you need to release. It's all about timing and reigniting your desire for the real thing, for your true life path in this life cycle, right? To move you towards your North Node. And it definitely could be, again, it's building character for somebody, some sort of characteristics, and for somebody that characteristic is humility. Anything else in here? No. Spirit say old conditioning is being released. And we definitely already saw the release card, right? So that's affirmation. And what's up underneath that, which is affirmation, is self-care and balance. Right? We see fun and adventure and joy. With the sun card here is giving that fun, adventure. What gives you joy? What truly lights up your soul? And it may not be something that you think it is. It's like really understanding, where does this desire come from? Am I coveting something that I'm seeing, which could cause you suffering? Your mindset, you're thinking that this is what you want, what you have to go after, what you have to get, right? And if you don't get it, then what happens, right? If it's not coming into you, why is it not coming in? What is the resistance? It could be you're wanting it because of past life or old conditioning that's affecting you and is giving some sort of illusion. Your true, something with throat. It's something about your throat. True pathway could be something different. And are you getting that from the inside of yourself? Like, is that what the spirit shows you when they show you a vision? Have you touched base with the spirit to even get it? For somebody, you may not. You may be thinking, right, that what you are envisioning is from the soul, but it may actually be from your mindset, it is giving conditions that are old. It may be some confusion and illusion. This one. Hello. Ooh, 38. 8, 9, 10, 11. That's 11. That's you getting lined up. Listening to your spiritual guidance. The collective field is impacting you. Unseen forces are in action. How can you relinquish control of a situation that feels blocked? What is blocking it? For somebody, it's your mindset, it's what you are thinking. It's like coming to terms with some sort of illusion or deception, right? And all of it is not just outside, external to us, it's coming from inside of us. Again, sometimes the call is coming from inside of the house. 27 is a 9. See, the universe rewards motion. The universe is always rewarding motion. If the energy that you're putting out is on a low vibrational frequency, is associated with your south node, then you're going to get experiences, responses back from the universe that's pushing you towards your north. It's going to be situations and experiences that are designed to bring adversity so that you can build the character you need to step into your destiny. What guided action can you take today? Today is transmuting this energy. Yeah, 7 8 125 EST. So 8 is the number of karma, right? It is. Prioritize, look, self-love and care. I can't make it up. Prioritize self-love and care. And self-love and care is on the table. We show how they have already been reaffirmed. That's all 3 decks that we have touched that's coming out with the same message of self-love and self-care. When do you feel most nurtured and cared for? When everything is good and everything is right, right? When you're not going through any challenges, adversity, when everything is just flowing, is giving hunky dory. But actually, we may need to do more when things are not going well. When we feel that sense of anxiety, when we are anticipating some sort of calamity, you may need to really dig into your self love and self care and reassuring self that everything is okay, calming your system and your body down so that your resonance, you can transmute that energy, pushing into your solar plexus, the sun, and get tapping into your inner power. Your willpower is giving your strength. Nothing real can be threatened. Whatever is for you, your destined, cannot be threatened and it cannot be taken away from you. How can you actively participate in creating heaven on earth? That's your north node, that's your destiny, that's your light path. What are you supposed to be doing? What are you supposed to be creating from the upper realms, from the northern spaces? Is giving me northern regions, right? 2 is 1 and 1 is what your spirit guides is telling you to do. Creating some sort of balance, right? And for somebody, I'm hearing this a new you. Express yourself creatively. Start something new. And we literally were just saying a new you. What creative pursuit do you feel drawn to? If you are drawn to a creative pursuit, then this is your spirit team telling you to do it, to move towards it. And even if the movement towards it is just the feeling, the resonance, the acceptance of not only there is some deception, something that you are denying, some sort of illusion that could be doubt based, like whether you can do it, whether you should do it, whether the resources for you to do it are available. It's something about resources. Yeah, you can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. See, your spirit team is guiding you, right? And that's what I was getting with that 11. Like you're coming into the space of where they want to guide you and show you the way. What wisdom does your higher self have for you that somebody is transmuting karmic debt from a past life cycle? What you think you want is not really what you want. It's an illusion for somebody. It's something that's sticking and coming through from your south node from a past life cycle, and that may not be your north node trajectory for this life cycle. So somebody may need to really do some meditation and understand why are they desiring what they want. And that's not saying that you shouldn't have provision or a certain level of care and comfort in your life, but it's like what you're looking for may not be what you're on track for this life cycle week. See, everybody is on their own journey. Everybody is on their own journey. And then this journey is not what you're thinking. Look at this. And just to show the energy of it, right? North Node to your destiny, and everybody is on their own journey. What you think you're supposed to have may not be it for this life cycle, and you could be creating your own resistance because you're not understanding what the infinite is doing for you now, individually, specifically. I'm getting the infinite with the 3, right? It's giving me, the divine and its timing, right? Mother God, Father God, creation, you being creation, right? The pixel piece of it. And it's giving, how can you focus more on your own path? And that's exactly it. Your destiny, your fate, your evolution, finding life path. Karmic challenges, which karma is down here, which you are transmuting from past life cycles, right? But those challenges, if you transmute it, will bring rewards, beloved. It will. It will bring in rewards. Unfortunately, these are some of the things that keep us stuck. Because we may not realize in some instances that our desires is actually coming from either a former self or old conditioning that is no longer relative, that you need to purge, release, transmute so that you can recreate something new. It could be the material for something new, right? And if we don't contend with that, then our mindset, still holds on to it, and we continue to create resistance, and we will get experiences back that gives us that adversity and resistance. It's trying to develop something in you, a characteristic, right? And that change, that switch will drive you towards your North Node, towards your feeling of wholeness, completeness. It's giving happiness and contentment, right? Like, you'll know that you're doing the right thing because you'll feel it in your spirit, in your soul. Look. What has no bearing on what will be. What is has no bearing on what will be. What does your ideal life look and feel like? What does it? And this is it. Anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but it's trying to free you from a situation that no longer feels good. And I see 88 up there. That's karma, right? It's giving 88 is breaking down to 16. It's giving the number 7, which that condenses down to 7, which is relationships and partnerships. And this is a relationship with yourself. A new you that is being developed through the adversity that is in your life presently. What is your discomfort trying to free you from? And it's 2 and 4, which is 6. And we were getting the number 12 and 21, which is 3 and 3, and we called out the number 6. 15 is here, which is the number 6. And 15 says you can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. What wisdom does your higher self have for you? The higher self wisdom is trying to tell you that the anxiety that you feeling the calamity or anticipating something to happen, has created like this resonance, this frequency that you are emitting. And therefore the universe is responding, it's always delivering. The universe always rewards motion. The reward that you're getting is more situations that make you feel anxious. The universe is reaffirming your feelings to you. They're saying you're right. If you're anxious, then I'm going to tell you why you should be anxious. But the universe also works in a very opposite way, right? If you're telling the universe that you're calm, that you're whole, you're complete, whatever is for you is coming, and what is right now has no bearing on what will be, then the universe will take everything, rearrange that, and deliver that back onto you. more situations to celebrate, more things to say, oh, I'm calm, I'm serene, I'm tranquil, I'm comforted, right? I live a life of comfort. I see miracles, I'm walking in them, and therefore you will be walking in that evidence of faith. It will be real. I am walking in miracles. I am a walking miracle. I attract miracles. Everything around me is a miracle. And you will see how fast miracles start to manifest. You will see them miraculously appear in front of you. Again, like, damn, how the hell did that tree bud? Just seems like overnight, right? Like, it was just like this, and then all of a sudden the leaves on it are abundant. When we look at the leaves and on the trees and the bushes, that's what we count as our abundance. And we always say that, like we are sitting in nature and we are repeating to ourselves, we are abundant as every leaf on every tree, on every bush, as every blade of grass. And even in the winter, we remind ourselves that there are pine trees, that are there's trees that never lose their leaves, like they are stable, right? That their abundance doesn't fluctuate. And even though some things are releasing, it falls away because pine needles do, they fall off the trees, but they are quickly replaced, right? They're not diminishing. It's ever abundant. It's stable. Like the structure of it is stable. Yeah, it's definitely all about what you are attracting, right? Attraction. Yeah, the passion of it, right? You and the universe having this symbiotic relationship where you are feeding it good energy and the universe is responding and rewarding that motion with good energy. And even when things feel a little bit turbulent, right, with the Mars, like again, it's still passion, it's attraction, right? It's like, how do you transmute that energy so that you can get exactly what you're looking for? It's a key here. Keys on the ring. Right, many options, decisions to be made, right? It could be an unconventional way to think about it because currently we really don't think about, things in the way that they are giving it to us, right? We don't always think about past life karmatic debt. What you brought into this life cycle with you. Some people only believe in one life, right? And that's it. I definitely don't believe that. I believe that you come back to Earth and this Earth school and you do it a couple times. Do it till you're satisfied. Oh, that's what I heard. Like your soul keep coming back to do stuff, to grow, to elevate, to reach its highest state, right? Um, it's an adventure. It's adversity, right? Door to the spirit. It's developing character development. And the character development has been giving us something a little bit different. It's giving us like how actors, right? Like your soul is acting out a character, is developing it so that you can play your role, you can play your part in creating, heaven on earth. Like you have a part to play. You have a role to play. And whatever role that is your job to get there, to develop that character to its fullness, right? And believing is a big part of it. It's not necessarily whether other people believe it, but whether do you believe it? Do you believe in the character that you are destined to be, that you are developing? Do you believe it? We got man holding a heart. And look, balancing your emotions, because that's what King of Cups or King of Heart is. Balancing your emotions, because we're picking up this anxiety. Now, how is that? Right? We started with that, feeling anxious and a sense of calamity and needing to calm yourself down. Instead of feeling the calamity, you can switch your energy to sitting in a space of calm, being serene, tranquil, comforting. Switch it. See, anxiety isn't trying to limit you, but to free you. It's trying to teach you how to balance your emotions. What do I do with it? How do I balance it? How do I transmute it? How do I stay at par no matter what is happening? Look, contract. You are definitely being pushed to fulfill your contract, your North Node energy. And it's giving 6. That's the 3 and 3. Look, thank you so much, Crystal. I appreciate you for being here. I thank the Most High God for connecting us all together. Because I feel like, people who are here are definitely, that resonance, that frequency. Like, we have the ability to think about these things. We are healing and we're moving ourselves to our highest self, our highest timeline. See, we're healing. We're healing. And this is the age, the time to do it. And 51 happens to break down to a 6, which is the mirror of this 15. Right? It's the mirror of this 15 that says you can make it through. Your higher self is always guiding you. Our higher selves is guiding us. Not only to heal, to restore, to repair, release karmic debt. Like the things that we have. I'm hearing, bag lady, you gon' hurt your back. Dragging around them bags like that. It's time for us to release all of those things that we carry from life cycle to life cycle to life cycle, lifetime over lifetime. I guess I'll see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. But you bring energy with you, and we need to transmute it. That's why getting into yourself and understanding why you're desiring what you're desiring. Is it a product of your true heart's desire for this life cycle to take you higher? Right? I'm hearing Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder, like to take you to your highest ground. Or is it a product of old conditioning, something that you brought in with you that you should be releasing, transmuting, and maybe even paying some karmic debt for? And we all have it. Like, we accumulate debt, period. That's why it's important to really go through your inflection point and to change how you're thinking about things. Yeah, the door to the spirit, right? To enter therein and think about it. How do we change some things? 32 is 5. That represents change. The number 33 is here and it's breaking down to 6. We see 35, which is 8. Turn your worry into wonder. Alchemize it. And we say that all the time. Turn your worry into wonder. Surrender to the experience. What is it doing? It's teaching you something. It's character development so that you can play your role, beloved. I'm seeing that deck. I don't know if we're going to get it this reading, but it may be the next one. Where are we at? 4650. That's 46 is 10 and 50 is 10. And look, y'all just saw that. 46 is 10, and then we saw 50, which is 5. My bad. But I have to get this cup because this is today's cup. Look. Be still and know. Psalms 46:10. And that's where it's giving me like the energy of calming down this anxiety. To be still and know. So Psalms 46 could be something that somebody may need to read today. It's like knowing that everything is going to be okay. You're surrounded, and I'm getting your spiritual community, right? You have help. Your spirit guides are with you. It's bringing you to a place. The spirit wants you to know that they got your back. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to be okay. That's the second sun that's out. Joy, right? Inner power. Solar plexus, transmuting this energy. And it's given transmuting the energy, entering into the door to the spirit, which is your sacral chakra, right? Where everything is possible. It's giving that now for somebody, right? You definitely will have some appreciation at the end of the day. And it's almost like being appreciative of the trials and tribulations that come your way because they are the ones that's building your character so that you could play your role at the end of the day. Building character, releasing the past, role play for the future is what I'm getting. Yeah, envy is here. Somebody needs to release the energy of envy. That's one of the things that needs to go away. I don't know if it's other people that envy you, or maybe you may have had envy because feeling like other people are ahead of you. Everybody is on their own journey. How can you focus more on your own path? Envy develops when we are coveting something that belongs to somebody else. It happens where, like, you get upset. How the hell did she get a ring? How is she married first? How did they get this position? How are they stable? I've been working and I'm not there yet, type of energy. Spirit say release that. Yeah, all tied up. It's given release it. Release it. So with them being in reverse, somebody may be, working on those attributes, like allowing their mind to come out of the space of envy. You're no longer wrapped up around there. See, it's like possibilities. It's so many doors that could open. 2 and 4 is 6. Again, it's like that's a part of your contract. You never know how the spirit is gonna bring you to stability. It's just so many options and so many ways it could go about. It's definitely about your 4th chakra, your heart energy, right? Balancing your emotions. 38 again is 11. Your spirit team is going to lead you on and guide you on how to do it. It's going to guide you towards your true heart's desires, your true fulfillment, your destiny. Not something that you may have seen from somebody else. See, it could have something to do with vanity, like with money. It was giving me grandiose, it was giving me big, and you may be attached to it because that could have been in a past life cycle. Like you could have been somebody like super major, super huge, but you could have been an asshole. You could have been a dick. You could have been nasty to people who were just hospitable, who were in service. Like it's giving out that energy of like money is everything, and you could be pompous with your nose turned up. And you may have come into this life cycle carrying that debt, and your pathway could be to be where they were at. Not to say that you are to just live like a lifetime with like no financial resources. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that you are supposed to give back. Like even if you came into some sort of notoriety which somebody could, your role and position is to support others, to lift them up in some sort of way. It's giving almost like guiding them in a way of what not to go because you've already been through it. Like you were a dick to them before, so now you have to uplift them. Yeah. See, it was all about the money. It was all about the value. It was all about vanity. And so in this life cycle, your job is to uplift people and to support them. This, and this. What's that? See, community. That's what your spirit team might be telling you, that your pathway is to uplift community, to help heal community. Right? Goddess is here. Look, storm warning. The goddess could definitely, or whoever's in this divine feminine attempting to manifest to be going through a storm, is here to develop some sort of characteristic. Yeah, it's definitely something about this cycle or closing out a cycle. Or karmic debt that came in with you from a past cycle. Yeah, but victory is here. 7th chakra, know it. Like, yeah, that's the knowingness. That's the understanding that's coming through. That's the understanding. So it's not saying that provision is not there for you. Provision and protection is there for you. You are a beneficiary of it. But what you're supposed to do with it or do in this life cycle could be different than what you think, beloved. It really could. Yeah, balance out those emotions. It's something about heart energy. It's giving compassion. It's giving empathy. 4 and 5 is 9. It's giving, again, like that's the other side to that anxiety. 4 and 5 is 9, 1 and 8 is 9. Anything else? No. Anything else for the message? Yeah. See, magician. I am picking up alchemy, but it's giving some sort of denial. It's giving some sort of deception, some sort of illusion. Right? Somebody's going through a battle. They said no more, and it's given like what's coming into the from the universe. You could be really upset with the universe or the Most High itself on what's being delivered to you in your life. You may not understand that you are transmuting karmic debt, like you are repaying, you are purging, you are releasing, and everything is being delivered onto you to change you, to develop your character so that you can meet your destiny. You have a soul contract, and it may be different than what you think it is. Treat I can't make it up. Look, treat others as you want to treat them. Somebody's past life, you were abundant. I mean, like, immensely. Like, you would probably be somebody, like, again, in this life cycle, I'm getting the comparison of somebody that could sell out Madison Square Garden. And y'all know that's a huge thing in the States, to be able to sell out Madison Square. What is giving Jay-Z energy? Like, when Jay-Z sold out Madison Square Garden, it was a huge thing for a rapper to have that type of audience. But it's giving somebody past life that was where you was at, but you treated people like shit, and in this life cycle you got to pay the karmic debt for it. So you may still have that feeling like, I'm supposed to be on main stage and sell out, these type of crowds, and people come to see me, and this delusion of grandeur is coming from some sort of old conditioning that may not be your true life path in this life cycle, which you may be paying karmic debt for that. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be provided for, you're not going to be protected, or live a life that's comfortable. That is a part of your contract, but for the most part, you are designed to heal and to give back. The way we treat people will dictate how you are treated, right? It says if you treat people with patience, kindness, and understanding, you will live a happier life. If you are loyal and caring, man holding a heart, your friends will be loyal and caring to you. Somebody is transmuting karmic debt, and they may not understand that's what's happening. Anything else in here? I didn't feel it. Now we're going to get a response from the universe, and then that's going to be it. Thank y'all so much for sticking around. I appreciate y'all. This right here can be a hard message because not everybody is ready to hear it and to look in the mirror, beloved. It feel here on top of this magician. So look, no act of kindness is ever wasted. How about that? If you are loyal and caring, and it says, if you treat people with patience, kindness, and understanding, you will live a happier life. If you are loyal and caring, your friends will be loyal and caring to you. This card that just flew out on top of this magician says, no act of kindness is ever wasted. Some of the kindest people you will ever meet have been through hell and back themselves. That strengthens their compassion, man holding a heart, and empathy. If this is describing you, keep being the beautiful soul that you are. That is where you're going. I can never make it up. It's something about you moving into this space right here. And if y'all can see, kindness is that word right there, right? Kindness and understanding. You will live a happier life. If you can't do this, you can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before. And what was the book we started with? As a Man Thinketh. Change, and we talked about 32, you being changed. The adversity is changing you through character development. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down streets you've never walked before. I feel like it's something else. Is this? Yeah. Love yourself. Self-love and self-care is on the board 3 times. 3. Every deck, except for this one in the battle, the Sun Tzu Art of War deck. Outside of these two, the universe and Sun Tzu, self-care and self-love has came out. Love yourself more. Love yourself more by saying no to things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self love. So somebody needs to say no when they need to say no. If it's not a holy hell yes, then it's an absolute no. Live your life to its fullest potential. Let go of the need for approval from others. Envy is in reverse. Being tied up and wrapped up in that mindset is in reverse. Letting it go, somebody's healing it. Live up to your own expectations and nobody else's. Why? Because everybody is on their own journey. You need to focus on your own path, right? No more selling yourself short. Keep moving forward. You got this. You got it. So if the feeling of anxiety starts to come up, what is it showing you? What is it teaching you? What is it developing in you? It's giving me the energy of surety, right? Like to be so self assured that the Most High God is working it out for you because you see miracles every day. You are walking in the miracle of creation itself every day. Like you are surrounded by it. I'm always surrounded by miracles. I can just be still and know it. When I be still and I observe, I see it. And therefore I know, I understand it. Crown chakra. It's almost given like somebody needs to be tapped or patted or beat over the head with it. Like to know. The grass doesn't have to try to grow, it just grows. Everything buds and develops in its due season. But in the meantime, it's not going to be like in the wintertime that it's always going to be barren, it's always going to be cold, it's always going to be, lacking or feeling insufficient, like the fullness is not present. Because it's like, again, what is currently has no bearing on what will be. In the winter season, it's true that the tree is bare, but that state of beingness doesn't control what will become, beloved. It will bud again. It will bear fruit in its season. But what is happening in the meantime? It is learning. It is preparing itself to be evolved, to be strengthened, to handle the next season. You think about an aloe plant, it definitely absorbs things from its environment and it definitely grows in a way. If you plant it in the ground, it's going to absorb the factors from the element and it creates antibacterial or antifungal properties to handle what's currently going on. Not something from the old state, the old conditioning. It's keeping up with current day conditions so that it can continue to heal, it can serve its purpose. So nothing is ever really dead or dormant. It's something always happening. Something is always happening. So you just got to know it. Doors are opening up. They will be presented onto you. It's just understanding what the spirit is developing in you so that you can be ready for what's coming to you. And understanding why is it that you want what you think that you want. Because that may not be the thing for you. Hard pill to swallow, I know. But it's the truth. Thank you guys for joining us here. It's something about speaking and throat chakra. They're giving me speak the highest over you. Like, I'm hearing the words no complaining. Right? It's something about complaining and grumbling that is delivering somebody more things to complain about. That's why they were giving me like the denial and the deception, like where it's like sometimes we can deny our current state and refuse to accept it, and that just throws in resistance and it keeps us, it slows us down in terms of our manifestation and the state, the future state that we want to be in. You can look at everything as a lesson. You could be like a person that's like, you know what, I'm so glad I paid that, that my account has fully been credited. My karma account is fully crediting my dharma account. Like I'm transferring funds from my karmic account to my dharmic account. Right? I'm moving energy. right? I'm changing where I'm putting that energy, that financing is what it's giving. It's giving spiritual financing, spiritual funding. Taking money from your karmic account and putting it, transferring it into your dharmic account. Yeah. Anything else? Nope. That's it. I love y'all. I do. I love you just like I love me. That's my capacity. But it's growing and expanding on a daily, and I thank you so much for growing and expanding with me. This is definitely a growth message, and I thank you so much for being here to hear it, to receive it, right? I appreciate that, and I thank the Most High God for sending you, right? For us being magnetized to one another, and I pray that we've overflowed and you've received it. You are so very welcome, Jean. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for moderating. Thank you to the members. Thank you for staying and for listening. These messages are not always easy because it causes us to look at self and to kind of think about, our life in a different way. But if it brings you some calm and some peace, and I'm saying peace with a heavy heart, beloved, because y'all know how we are feeling about that word, right? Oh, yeah, it's definitely a growth pathway, right? But it's giving me growth towards wholeness, right? It's just a higher vibrational frequency when we say wholeness. We are complete. That there's nothing broken and there's nothing missing. Like, if this is something else that we kind of talked about. I left a comment on the Mind's show, this rising. He was mentioning about how sometimes, people always say, well, is this person coming back and this, that, and the other. And those questions really, it does something to my stomach, to my kingdom space, to my solar plexus, right? Because if the Most High God, if we are open, I'm hearing, it's got the whole world in its hands. I'm hearing that. But it's like everything in your world is in your hand, right? It's like this. The Most High God has given it to you, it's placed it in your hand. You are a steward, you are a caretaker over it. Some things the Most High God will come and take away from you. And if you're open, it will take away things and it will replace things, right? What you need. This thing they took away, you don't need it anymore. And the thing that's coming, right, is what you need to grow towards your next level. We can be so attached to the things that we have in our hands that the Most High God can't take it away without prying your hand open and snatching it out, right? And then we'd be like, oh, I feel a sense of loss because that thing was ripped away from me, right? The tower moment, the crumbling. And then this hand is still so balled up, it's getting tighter and tighter and tighter, trying to hold on to stuff and even feel with the energy of anger because this hand was ripped open and the Most High God took what you no longer needed because you weren't open to freely release it. So when we get questions as spiritualists and people say, are they coming back? Are they returning? What's going to happen? It immediately lets me know that you're trying to hold on, like your thought processes, like you're holding on, you're fighting, you're in resistance mode, right? And when we're in resistance, we can't receive the true thing, the good thing, the next thing for our highest to be delivered. It gives you, it like your mind gets wrapped around it and we end up in that Adasaurus energy. So my question is always, why do you think you still need that thing? If the Most High God took this person away from you, this thing, this situation away from you, why do you feel like you still need it? Like, what is the attachment to it? And so the principle to practice would be to detach. Because if you are attached to how you think a specific thing is supposed to happen, what should be present in your life, you limit these possibilities. You are telling the universe how it should respond to you, period, and you're limiting it. You're closing doors onto yourself. You're closing doors. But if you stay open and they can take what they want and they can give what you need because they know what you need. Your spirit guides knows, your higher self knows, the Most High God knows what you need for your ultimate growth to fulfill your contract because you're not here for just no reason. You have a purpose. Everything is with purpose. But your purpose may not be what you think it is, so you may not even know exactly what you need. You may not know. You may not be clear. Which is why we have our spirit guides to help us, to guide us along the pathway. And if we can stay open to their advice and stay open and accept the things that come our way, right? It's given coming into alignment, right? You can flow with it. It's given uploads and downloads, right? It's what I'm getting for somebody. So pay attention to the spiritual information that's coming into you. Somebody's gonna realize that what they think that they're desiring comes from old conditioning and is not supportive of your contract for this life cycle. It's not. You're being developed, and the adversity is what's doing it. And to stay open is the advice. Allow them to take what you don't need and to provide what you do need. And be willing to accept it and get the lesson from it, to continue to grow and evolve into the highest version of yourself, beloved. That's what we're getting. So take it as it resonates, right? I know it's a heavy plate and it's something that may take a minute for you to digest and let sit in your spirit to like work through it. And y'all know it's always posted if you need to come back and reference, any of it. This is a great book though. So if you are interested, it's one of the ones I got from the world's biggest bookstore, Amazon. Right? So that could be something that somebody needs to get. This is a self-help book, self-love and self-care. It is described by Allen as dealing with the power of thought, and particularly the use and application of thought to be happy and beautiful issues. I have tried to make the book simple so that all can easily grasp and follow its teaching and put it into practice, the methods that it advises. It shows how in his own thought world, each man creates and holds the key, right? The key to every condition. Look, old conditioning is what that says. It says good or bad. Old conditioning, good or bad. And it says that enters into their life, and that by working patiently and intelligently upon his thoughts, he may remake his life and transform his circumstances. The price of the book is only 1 shilling, and it could be carried in the pocket. A shilling, you know how long ago that was, right? But it wasn't very expensive. It wasn't, I think it was less than $10. So if you have the provision to sow a seed into yourself and kind of dig into your mindset and how you're thinking and how our thoughts create our world, beloved, it may be something for you to do. Sowing into you is always the best investment, right? It's like it's given like you it's something about you being the best thing, right? Like, so always invest in that first and foremost, beloved. Like, that's where your energy should be sowed at. It's a self-care, a self-love act. That's what they said. Thank you again. This one's done for now. I'll see y'all a little bit later this evening. I'm going to have to do a little bit of OT to make up for my 10-15 minutes that I'm over on my lunch message. But until then, I love you. Ashe, beloveds. Mwah.